nature, balsam is a force that helps protect and give suppleness to trees and plants. Balsam is a force in new Alberto Balsam Conditioner that helps give body and suppleness to your hair. Discover the secret of the added balsam in new Alberto Balsam Conditioner, and you'll discover the subtle difference. New Alberto Balsam Conditioner.
If all children were made the same, our job at Clark's would be a whole lot easier. We wouldn't have to specially train our fitters, or make a range of styles in whole and half sizes, or bother with 4 width fittings, or worry about building up to 3 months growing room into every pair. But children are individuals, and at Clark's, we never forget that.
Your permanent income arrives every month with Irish Permanent, the people's choice.
At 9:20 our Sunday night at the movies film is The Last Tenant, the story of the dilemma in a family.
Quiet, please.
And we had more fun, and everybody was much more happier.
Would you give us your comments upon, upon the state of living today? Is it a good thing? Are people spending too much money? Should we be living cheaper?
I'd say that people's very comfortable today towards the days gone by.
Even the poor?
Yes, not better than they were. Even when I was young, that was a very hardship time too. I had 10 turnips, I had 10 mangles, I pulled them, I planted potatoes, I done everything.
And didn't think anything of it?
No, and Joe can tell you that. No, I'm not telling a lie.
Now, excuse me, Joe, is this...
No, this is my husband here.
Oh, this is your husband here?
Yes, yeah.
Now, why did you say that Joe could tell us? Why did you say
Joe knew it as well, he was a neighbour of mine.
Oh, I see.
And I done anything I could to help everybody.
Quiet now, gentlemen. Hold up there now. Sorry about this, but I'm listening to this lady. Yes.
That's true. I done everything that I could do.
And you also, of course, learned how to cook and
I did. Done how good we had, all right.
Right. Now,
Yes.
I'd like to have a word here with your husband.
Oh,
now.
Joe.
Yeah, now, could you stand up so that we can see you?
No bother.
Weren't you the lucky man to have a wife who could go out and dig turf and snag turnips? And
Yes.
How did you get a woman like that at all?
Well, you see, when you travel about, you'll pick somebody
Yes.
that you have a liking for.
Yes.
Well,
Tell us how you came across her now.
I met her at a dance in Ballafin. And that's some years ago.
Yes.
And we got married and we settled down. And we always had comfort. And I think myself, now, in my own experience of the country, that I do travel, not a whole lot, but what's wrong today, the youth has too much money. That's all wrong with it.
Well, that was only scratching the surface. There is more to follow, and funnier. And you'll be sorry if you don't wait for it, because the tradition of high-spirited conversation and fun and all that kind of thing is alive and well and flourishing in Coolrain. But pressing matters draw us on to Templetuohy in County Tipperary. Templetuohy is a place of about 700 people, industrious farming people for the most part. And down there, social practices and pastimes that stood the test of time for generations are being tested and found wanting. In the not too distant past, at least I can remember it, the parochial hall in different parts, in fact in every part of the country, was the social centre. People like Mick Delahunty, the Clipper Carton, the Royal Show Band, and in more recent times, people like Brendan Shine, their names outside would guarantee a full house that come from all over the parish and surrounding parishes to come here and dance and entertain one another. And today, the situation has arrived where the parish hall is more or less fighting for existence. Now, it provides a lot of social services for various clubs and organisations, but these don't really bring in money. money has got to be found to pay the bank, electricity, rent, insurance, and a multitude of things. So I just want to talk to some of these worried-looking gentlemen on the committee. What are they going to do? How are they going to do it?
If sufficient activity was going on, you should be able to pay for the day-to-day run of the hall.
Yes.
And unless there was any major, we'll say, repairs or extensions required, there should be no supplementary income required.
Yes.
And that is the problem. And if you go for supplementary income, you're demanding money for people that you're not giving a service to them at that particular time. So therefore, so what you want to do is to get the hall to pay for itself, and what functions are run in it, they'll be held to pay for part of the run of the hall at least.
Yes.
And
yes.
That's not what we've got here at the moment. The cost of heating and lighting is a major one, and that can cost, we'll say, from year to year, we'll say, and between £1,200 and £1,500. And it can cost, we'll say, maybe £300 to £400 for insurance.
Yes.
And we have the cost of, we'll say, refuge collection, water charges, sewerage charges. We'll say these are things that people take for granted.
Of course.
They think that we'll say that when you come into a hall, that all these things are free.
In the parish now, you'll have maybe a dozen clubs.
Yes.
Well, no matter what you charge them, that still of itself won't generate enough income. This past year has been our best year with the bingo. And overall, when we finished up at the end of the year, we just balanced our books. We run this bingo every week. We run a £500 bingo every week. But to run a £500 bingo costs about 700 quid. We have to subsidise buses and instead of heating, pay for bingo books, lighting. The drivers of the buses there get their free books, and their helpers get their free books. You know.
Yes.
So if it costs us 700 quid a week at £2 a book, that's 350 people.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know,
and for parts of the year, we'll say bingo can make a loss on week to week. You know,
really?
If you have a bad night.
The biggest obstacle I feel we have at the hall is to generate interest enough through the parish. Now, there's plenty of people in the parish not interested in the hall at all. It's there for them, all right, you know.
Yes, your
but
problem.
they don't realise that the hall is costing money.
Yeah.
But if they were interested in the hall and you had the full cooperation of the parish behind you, I think you'd have no problem as regards finance.
See, you need young people.
Yes.
You can't expect older people to come up with no ideas.
Right.
You know, to be fair to them.
Yes.
They have done their job. And if young people don't come into it, you can't get the cooperation.
Well, now, you said roughly it would take, say, £2,000, £3,000, you know, to sort of keep their costs within bounds.
That's only the...
Now, would six dances a year not cover that?
6 dances would probably make a loss for you.
How is that?
Because nobody go to a country hall to dance. We'll say last year at our festival weekend, we just a little above. We just made a small profit,
yes.
which should be attractive.
Yes.
And if an organisation was to come in to run them dances, they'd be making a loss because they'd have the cost of the hall. So we'll say dances are complete out for a country hall at the moment.
Yeah.
It's far more attractive of a Sunday night to go into the local hotel where there is a bar extension available. And younger people aren't inclined to go to a country hall while these are available.
Yes. Well, now the dance is going to take place shortly. Now, not very long from now, and it's still empty now. How are you facing the prospects of the evening? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, of course, nowadays you don't get anyone into a dance hall any sooner than 11 o'clock or 11:30 actually. You know, so there's I'd have no doubt, but even at this time like that, you'd have a packed house.
So you still,
we hope so anyway.
You have to wait. In other words, what you're telling me is you have to wait for the pub to close.
Well, more or less.
More or less.
That's certainly
the way it is, more or less.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
silver mine. I'll be happy to in care where the guilty shadows fall. I'm at home in a Tipperary town. One more time, let's hear you sing it with them. Meet me on the road to Nina, hear the rippling Shannon fall, where the Ara Mountains joins the silver mine. I'll be happy to in care where the guilty shadows fall. I'm at home in any Tipperary town. I'm at home in any Tipperary town.
Why is it that people aren't coming to dances?
Well, I think they're probably getting a lot of opposition from the towns and that, where they have cabarets which you can have at a show and get your drinks at bar prices. And unfortunately here we don't seem to have a licence. So it rather restricts that you've got a drinking public.
Well, you're saying to me now that dancers need to cater.
I don't think so, no, but a lot of people don't come out until late in the evening. They like a drink, be it socially or otherwise, and I think it's a combination of a dance plus a social drink, not necessarily drinking
Well, I
excess.
think another contributory factor is lack of local support. They have to rely on outside support a lot.
But you're not going to get it in a small area like this.
Well, yes, you can advertise it, as you know, so. If it's advertised enough, you get plenty of outside support.
Well, now, you're not a local man yourself.
I'm a Londoner, but I've been coming to Templetuohy for the last 32 years, and I live here permanently.
But you've seen changes, haven't you?
I've seen a great deal of changes.
And not necessarily for the best.
No, for the worst.
I think the unfortunate bit of it is really that we don't run more dances. The licence to run a dance only costs a nominal fee of £50.
That's right.
And I think on a very bad occasion when you wouldn't get your refund, such as even an
What's the point of running more dances when there's no
Well, I think we could build it up. I think to keep trying that you can build it up.
Are young men like you not supporting the local dances more?
Because we're not allowed to have local dances.
Not allowed?
No. Like you want to dance here, you have to go from one member of the committee to another. There's about 6. When you get to the 6th one, you're back to the first one.
But I don't understand.
And the occasion is forgotten about.
We don't cater in this hall for the older group. The band, they're bringing in bands for just little so youngsters. They don't dance as we used to dance maybe 15, 20 years ago to meet the Hunties, Clonbell, Morris, McGahey and all the good bands. If they brought in those bands into this hall, definitely they would have a packed hall, and they should cater for the old as well as the young and the middle-aged, I think.
So all the boys, women, ladies, ladies, they don't come here, you know. Why you come here, you know, to go to more and meet fellas, you know. They come in here and you meet the people you know.
Are you telling me now that it's the women who are dictating?
Oh, aye. When did they stop?
They're the ones you won't go unless the women go on their own.
That's true.
Do you not bring women yourselves?
Yeah, but that costs a bit extra. That's the extra, you know. It's the extra.
So it's the extra that's keeping the extra that's keeping you away.
That's true.
The accusation has been made that young ladies like you are more interested in going to places that have licenses where they sell drink. And as a result, the men have to follow you.
Not at all. Not at all. No.
Well, that's not sufficient to say not at all. I mean, do you come here regularly?
No, it's my first time ever.
Only with the band is playing.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank, you see, you have bar extensions and so forth.
Yeah, right, yes.
And I mean, the pubs here close very up to time, you know.
Oh, yes.
The boys go home.
The
boys go home and have their supper, and then they have time to go into their motor car.
No, they don't.
And back into town.
Yes, but
and by the time they get back into town, you see, the extension is on. And they can have a few more jars, and then they don't appear home till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And the fathers and mothers wonder where
And
they're gone.
their wives there, their wives.
Now, wait a minute now, one at a time.
But they think, you see, when I was a young lad, you see, they think that when they come home the first time, that they're gone to bed, and that they have nice sons and daughters, and that they're in bed nice and fastly asleep.
Right.
But in other words, when RT 1 and 2 is turned off, they slip out, shove the car down the hill and into the town, and the extension is on. No problem. Look,
you were telling, now that's all very well, that's very interesting, but you were telling me what people are doing. What I want to know is why don't they come to their local hall? I mean,
because the facilities are not in the local community.
You mean a bar?
Exactly.
But is a bar essential for a night's entertainment? You have to have a drink to entertain yourselves.
Well, not necessarily, but it's a kind of it's a must now for the younger crowd at the moment, because we don't believe in drugs or any of those injections or things around here. So I mean, they must have some little boost up, you know.
But listen, drink is a drug.
Well, I understand. So is a cigarette.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, drink is a harmless drug. I mean, it's just that he puts a little bit of pepper into you for the time being.
I don't believe that at all.
You don't believe it?
No, I do not. You can enjoy yourself thoroughly without drink, drugs,
Oh,
or anything
yeah.
else.
Right.
You know.
But now do you...
That's got nothing to do with it. Because you're married that you shouldn't enjoy yourselves.
That's quite perfectly true.
Well, I think in my opinion it's the hotels and the towns, the bar extensions and things that's taken away the country people.
Yes.
From the country halls.
Yeah, but this young man tells us that the girls are going elsewhere and the men are following them.
Not all the girls do.
Oh, well, no, but I mean, you're telling me it's the trend. What would you say to that?
I wouldn't agree with that. I think he should get a nice girl wherever he's going.
Oh, well, of course he should, but I mean, if the girls are going to Templemore and hotels and places, his argument makes sense. Why, you know, what's he going to do?
I don't know that, but I know I prefer the country hall any time. And the country dances.
The lines of conflict are clearly drawn in Templetuohy, and for better or worse, things are going to change. But there in cool rain, barely 2 miles, would you believe, from the Limerick-Dublin road, life continues at its traditional pace, full of fun, humour, witty talk, solid talk. Wonderful. Change isn't resisted, simply ignored. Tom, is it true, or is it an exaggeration, that everybody in this village lives to be roughly the age of 100?
Something like it.
99.
Is it? Well, close enough.
Oh, yeah. Something like it.
Oh, they've gone over it, sure, with a couple of kids.
Oh, gone over, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Great place for a person to come live.
What's that?
Wouldn't it be a great place for a person to come live now?
Wouldn't it?
But I think it'd be a great place for people to come and get the frame, them frames to put them on and get them going again. The ones that lived at that age.
Oh, yes.
It's like
the one in the maker of the battery.
It's like the lad said when that was when he died, he was after living to be 100. I'd love to have his headies. Then he could put on and start off again.
There used to be a factory here, or what was it? A factory for making, was it footwear?
Clogs.
Clogs,
Yes,
clogs. Clogs, below there, in the mill.
Just there below.
Jimmy Sheeran, where's Jimmy gone?
Oh, Jimmy's at the
Jimmy, come back here. Come here. Come up here for me. This fella and me walking.
You were out there yourself.
Yeah, we did, and Jimmy, come up here, we're talking about this our factory, you and me. We're talking about the clog factory. We walked in there for 9 years with them, about 9 years. It was an English firm.
Yes.
We went there from 6 o'clock in the morning.
What age would you have been at that time?
I was only 14. What age were you?
16.
Yeah. My wage was 15 shillings. From 6 o'clock in the morning until a quarter to 6 at night.
Was it a very big
Oh, God, it was.
enterprise?
What was it?
Oh,
About
quite a
40
big mill.
40 or 15, was it? Well, there must have been about around 14 anyway.
I suppose it was.
Well,
Between
there was
all, you know.
There were 11 horsemen in it anyway that used to draw in the timber.
When, in the early 1920s, I suppose?
Yes, yes. From 1916 on.
Those were fierce hours. I mean, what, 6 o'clock on the... 6?
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Till 6 in the
Winter
evening.
and summer. Winter and summer.
Yes. And what about Saturday?
Half a day.
Quarter past 12.
We all old time then.
Quarter past 12, your money was handed out to a package there. Quarter past 12.
Had an office seat.
And you could be after dancing all night and there'd be a stone of whitewashing your back in the morning after laying again walls and maybe have the line.
And what were your wages? Well, you wouldn't have been. You wouldn't have been lying against the wall, surely.
Oh, I wouldn't mind, but I had to go maybe 9 miles with a woman and come home after and take off the clothes and go again.
That was the time you were courting one.
Oh yes, at that time.
Where did you get time? Quiet, please.
Well, go ahead, Frank.
Where did you get time for courting if you started at 6 o'clock in the morning?
We were time to time there again because we took we had to be back in time to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
We'd leave, could go at 4 o'clock or maybe 3 o'clock, and the man would say to you in the morning, God bless your soul, young man, you have to be back in the morning. You'd be back there, me man, and have to go. I often took off my clothes and ate no breakfast and walk away.
Yeah, well, you didn't have a trade union at the time to look after you.
I know what's the word about a union that time, but we had a union after the union.
We had a labour.
A labour club, that's right. Well, that wasn't much. But that's the way we went along. And night after night, we were out with dancing and work.
Dancing and work.
Yes.
Well, tell me this. What about the dancing? What about this dancing? And
they were all sits and right out set dancing, you know. And then, well, then go.
Well, I was thinking of after the sets, after the dancing. What about this? What sort of courting customs?
Well, the courting company you could make up a bit of a. You might get in with a woman during the night, and you might have one of your own. But if you thought there was anything better, she'd take you on your road.
All right, Jack.
Nobody you see.
Well, there wasn't much courtesy.
No, there wasn't much opposition, as they lads.
So the varied then to the same.
The varied then, yes. Well, they looked at the way I walk and the way I cut and go on, you see. But I don't care what anyone says. They were great times, and I often danced until 7 o'clock in the morning and come home.
And
I couldn't take a feather on me. I could go tomorrow night again.
But you know, this doesn't fit in with the picture we had of Ireland in the old days, with people living simple and holy lives and.
Well, they were later again. They was what they call real sentimental bit. They always saw the fire and read books and thought they'd be terrified of a man going out. But sure, at that time when you would go out with a woman, there was no such thing as purring like a cat now.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just bid a good night and embrace her and say, I'll see you maybe Wednesday night. That was that.
That was that at all.
That was the door at that time. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What do you mean?
I know, you're right.
What else had you got in mind?
He's getting in.
Yeah. He's what they call it. He's what they call a searcher.
A searcher?
Yeah, yeah.
He's looking for news.
A white mark on the wall for that man. But I'm telling you that. Yes, the way we went at that time. I went with a woman one time and she was 15 stone weight. And I was a very small little man, and I took her home one night and she says to me, you're a grand bit of a man, she is. I wasn't able to expand her, and you know what she says to me? You're a grand little man, she says, but there's a mount of poison in you.
Very good.
That's the word she said to me, wasn't it right?
Oh, well.
Yes. Well, that was
I'm not, no comment from me
I'm not no comment, but it's like what the lad said, you'll see a small man to say, oh, he's too small. You often see what a mouse done to a bag of flour.
She was afraid you would have her way. She was afraid you would have her way. That's what I was warning you. He's laughing at that.
Hold on a minute. I just want, your name is Jim Bastick.
Yes.
Yeah. That's extraordinary. What is, you're not you're a local man with a name like that.
He's not far from here.
I would have thought of the name like Bastick, you'd been a German or, you know.
Oh, that was German. That was lad.
Is that right?
Yeah. I come there a couple of 100 years ago and he made an old girl pregnant down in Offaly and married her, and that's how we started up.
So you're half German in a way?
Half German.
Half German.
What I could do, I could kill women right.
You could kill women?
I could, and I'm mad about women.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever get one?
Oh, God, I love women.
No, but did you get married, I mean?
He did.
Me, I did marry, did.
He did. His father had 12 or 13 children.
But he has to hold me.
How many is it, Jim? Is it 12 children, your father?
12.
Is it, Jim? Huh?
Your daddy had 12 children, aren't you? He's
12.
like what the tinker said.
But there's
When the
only
lad
two
asked
lady
him,
began
how
to
many
burn
children he
the
had.
hill.
And he says, I have 12 stories, he says. I have 12 stories, he says, and the wind's in the door still.
Yeah.
Now, your name is Freddie
Betts.
Betts. You're a German too.
Yes.
What?
Where did his name come up? Yes.
That's a good question.
All right.
Where did you get...
We're supposed to be, what would we call German Jews from the French-German-Austrian border of Metz, the town of Metz.
Yes.
That's supposed to be.
Yes.
Supposed to have drifted in here by the Huguenots.
Yes.
That's what we hear. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But anyhow, now I'm more Irish than the Irish themselves, really. That.
Yes.
And well, I wouldn't part old Ireland for anywhere else to live. Wouldn't ever.
Fair enough.
You're
Stanley Pearce.
Stanley Pearce.
Yes. I blew into this part of the country from North Tipperary in 1950.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I bought a farm just outside.
What
the
took you
village.
over here?
Well, I bought a farm here and I settled down here.
And walk out.
Yeah. And I won't go. No.
No.
Will not.
You won't?
No.
Yes.
Well, did you... now, here's another question.
Yeah.
It's prompted by what the fellas were saying. Did you come here with a wife or looking for one?
Looking for one. Won't tell you lies.
And did you get one?
I did, big girl. Yeah.
Had you any trouble?
No bother in the world. There's no bother getting them. But there's a long ways more trouble getting rid of them.
Would you? He's right there, yes. He's right there. Well, wait now.
Stan, wait a minute, hold it.
He's
Quiet
right.
now for a minute.
Here, I not been young for I don't know how many years and got no woman and I said to myself, I live so, get no woman.
Yeah.
I was going to get her for a while and she said I didn't see she was going to get married. I would say, there's losing me time here. Well, I said I won't bother anymore. Well, whatever happened, the wind blew in the door the right way. And I met a woman and she says to me, oh no, didn't that man tell you? We're no link going, and she says to me, we settle down. You're getting into it too quick, sir.
You're getting in too quick?
Yeah, I'm running to the job too quick, says I. Well, I'll settle down outside. Well, it took it a while, the whole year. There's no bother. The sock was near and off we went.
Right. Well, how long would you have been courting her now?
About a month.
1 month?
Yes, and I went with a girl for 9 years, and there was no change in the program. There was neither butter made. There was neither butter made. There was neither butter made or the meat wasn't spilled. No.
Well, Stan,
no. How would you think of that?
Stan, how long were you courting before?
Around 12 months.
Oh, you took your time.
You were
Just about. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, Jim, you're... I know now for a fact, because I've seen you here, I know you're a man that takes a keen interest in women.
Oh, he's a professional.
Yeah.
A professional?
Yeah.
I love women. When I give women nine, the Americans have a little babby around, and I give women nine.
Well, apart from that, I mean, as far as I can see, there's a lot of that going on. But what else would you give them?
I give them nine, I say.
You give him nothing.
Well, maybe not. You're right.
But listen to me.
Give me the drink now.
You were talking, I tell you what, if I may say so, and I may be completely wrong, but you were talking like a real dyed-in-the-wool bachelor now. Are you a bachelor?
He's not.
No, he's
Well,
not.
you might say I am now. I'm gone to that
Oh, he's
now.
got a family growing up.
Yes,
I'm
grown up.
married.
So we have
And
to...
he's the very same
Mary.
hand and lamb should let him off.
Give us 3 weeks.
Well, listen now. Listen, Jim, what do you think of the situation in the country today?
It's not grand.
It's grand.
Aye. It's not plenty of money. I
That's
remember
not what I hear.
you wouldn't have an hour sixpence to go to a hurling match. It's not now plenty of money. Even the times is bad. I know they're bad.
How did the people live long ago when they were... Yes, what I said, and live better. I lived there to Harta Maloney and these men behind me. People had a stack of corn or a rake of corn, and they were waiting to get at the trash.
Right.
And when that had been gone, like, as the lad said, when you have the stack of corn, you'll get a bag of from or two, but when it's gone, they'll get nothing.
Right.
They had no money to get. But now, them people lived, there wasn't much money returned, but them men lived well at that time. And then there was plenty of people that ate nothing, and potatoes that night, and a raw onion. It's nice stuff.
And it wouldn't want any absence after
Well, no,
that.
listen, I remember
Well, a
all
potato
that.
and raw onion would be fairly sustaining, but you wouldn't want to eat it all the time.
Oh, you wouldn't eat
it
it, but listen, There's nothing better for a person than raw onion.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people turn down onions now. The young crowd around any days won't eat raw onions. They don't like the smell of it. When you were aware of this, there was nothing as good for a person as a raw onion.
Right.
You don't remember the bad times. You were too young.
Oh, thanks very much.
From 30 to 40, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Now, and you don't remember that.
They were terrible.
Because you were too young.
And listen to me. I had to go up, as I told you, every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning at the house. And I have to go 5 times or 4 times to call out young crowd to get out of bed in the morning. Not saying that I'm going to turn them down, right? That they're my own, but there's everyone. Everyone has one. It's hard to get a young fellow out of bed now, but by God, when I had the bed in, it mightn't be as comfortable as the ones that have it now.
Well,
it wouldn't be neither down in over here in the morning.
Just one.
Listen, stop and I tell you, that's all right, to have up plenty of money, but why did they think of the father and mother? None of them. Not one damn
money now. You're seeing
Let me know now. Let me know.
You're seeing the day you had.
Yes, but what am I getting now?
You're getting enough. Thank God for it. Thank God for your help.
As I'm getting, with the pension and my wife helping me out. But what I done, I'm not running down my family, but there could be more help.
If you were a young man today,
yes.
I'm not saying that you're an old man.
No, I am an old man. You can't say.
Well, I don't know. What age are you?
I'm over 80. For Christ's sake, the young fellas today is able to tell the father and mother where they're wrong and where they're right, and the mother and father could be right, but they won't go with that.
Yeah.
You see, it's like this, the way I tell you. Matter what a father or mother does for the young crowd now, they'll tell you you were wrong. Is that right? They'll tell you wrong. Oh, we don't mind your day. Your day was wrong altogether, but you went.
Right.
Well, because if they went so I went, they'd know where though.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Well, now, listen to me now. On that subject of what the young people do and the way they talk to their parents and everything else, what about the way they treat young women and compared to your time? Are they better or are they
When
more
they say that
civilized or are they...
They could be better off, maybe, and still they wouldn't treat young women the way now lads did, the way in my time.
Well, you mean they'll be better or worse?
It could be worse. Because in our time over there...
What's
No,
that?
you were wrong, Jim. At our time there, it was what they call general court.
General
Is that
court?
right, Ben?
That's right, is that right?
What does that mean?
That's what we call put her around now and say, we'd put her around now, good by love and give her a body, go home. So she wouldn't blow out that little next
Do they not do it that way now?
Now do you see?
They
have to poke the reef now. Oh, don't be talking now, me man. And you won't believe, what did I tell you, Frank? At that time,
yes,
women used to wear, man, if they were up dancing there, they'd light the fire up with the clothes swinging around the house. Well, at that time.
Yes. The draft, I mean, the draft from them,
What's
yes.
going now, do you see?
Yes.
That's the very same as
The queen.
half a blind in a window.
But the holy Tommy was talking there. And she might as well get into the guards as get into where he was talking. Or that would blow him or something next time. Try sure you could do that.
Well, you're not talking about general courting now.
I am.
That's something separate.
And that was,
He's going into the
when that
court
man
together.
was going with women, it was a mortal sin to kiss the girl. A mortal sin.
No, it wasn't.
It was. And
It
now
was not.
you needn't care. You
You're
get the
wrong,
whole
Leo,
thing
it
now.
was not.
And there's no sin at all.
But you weren't supposed to...
You're wrong, you're wrong.
You weren't supposed to kiss girls in those days.
I went with a woman.
Until you weren't supposed to kiss until
I
you
went
were
with a
engaged.
woman. I went with a woman for 6 years, and I don't want to give her 2 kisses in the 6 years. Now,
kisses in
I
6
did that,
years.
and she was more happy with me, and I was
Because
the
you
same
were a
with her.
harmless man.
Well, I was no all the better with her, and she let me down after that can crack you.
Well, that's. I want to.
The will of God.
Well, now listen. There's just one last question I'd like to ask you, and it's this.
Yeah.
Do you think the younger generation coming up today will see 80?
They won't. Because they'll be gone stone mad and kill themselves. Very well. Tell me about it. That's my belief today. They'll be killed half me both because they're out in the morning, they're drinking and night, and hell, don't mind the home. So the door is there and there's somebody to let them in, they're all right. But when the door is closed and no one there, they may stay outside. That's my belief.
Thanks very much.
Friday not.